Hello people, I'm Naz. I struggle with anxiety, bipolar. A psychiatrist said I might have BPD, but I don't know, forget the labels. So when I was in Madrid, me and my friend were sitting in a botanical garden and we decided to film a few clips on a grounding technique that really helps with anxiety. And in another clip, I think it was on another day, but still in Madrid, I talked about an app that really helps me called Stop, Think and Breathe. So that's a meditation app.
Right, so as this video is meant to be about like mindfulness and, you know, practicing gratitude and all that stuff, we're going to be talking about that now. Just practiced an exercise with me earlier because I was feeling a bit on edge. And basically it's called the grounding technique.
What?
And is it called the grounding technique?
No, it hasn't got a name.
Oh, it hasn't got a name.
Yeah, it might have a name, but I don't know.
I thought it was called the grounding technique.
It can be called the grounding technique.
It's called the grounding technique now. So, I'm going to do this on chess, and so you can see what it is and how we're going to explain how it will help you. Are you ready? Right. We have got Jess in the booth. But she's smoking. I'm sorry about this. Like, we're trying to talk about a freaking mindful exercise and she's smoking. But anyway, apparently smoking can be mindful too. So here we go. Right. First thing, guys. 5 things that you can see.
I can see some trees. I can see my hair. I can see moss on all of these rocks. I can see a very blue sky with no clouds.
Oh my god, I nearly fell over.
I can see Naz almost falling over.
Now, number 4. 4 things you can hear.
I can hear people talking in a language that I do not understand. I can hear traffic in the distance. I can hear water trickling. We're sitting right next to a pond. And I can hear birds singing.
Right, 3 things that you can feel.
When I just blow out my cigarette smoke, I could feel the air on my lips. I can feel the cold of this rock that I'm sitting on my bum. And I can feel my hair brushing on my cheeks.
2 things that you can... What's the next
Smell.
one? 2 things that you can smell.
It smells very herby around here, like herby planty, so I can smell lots of greenery. And I can smell my shampoo.
1 thing that you can taste. I know what she's gonna say. Ew.
Minty,
Ew.
extra fresh.
Don't do this at kids' home. Don't do this at home, kids. Not kids' home. Okay.
But don't do this to kids at home either.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it at all. So why the grounding technique, guys? The grounding technique, because if you're feeling disconnected, which most people do when they have like anxiety or feel depressed or just any sort of mental illness, if you feel disconnected, it's, you know, a part of the illness.
It just brings you back to where you are and what's happening right now, rather than when your head is in kind of that state where all you can think about is your mental health.
Yeah,
It
so
brings you into
it
what's
grounds
happening.
you. It grounds you to the ground where you should belong.
Like this stone, which was my feeling on my cold bum. Yay!
This is her bum. So that is the grounding technique.
I've got something to add.
Oh, she's got something to add.
When you're out and about in places that you kind of already know, you don't really pay attention to what's going on. So it's a good way to just be mindful of where you are and what's happening, because we're in a new place, so it's quite easy to do because, you know, we've never seen, smelt, heard any of this before. But when you're in, like, I don't know, when you're at home or whatever, it's a lot harder to do. But do it, because that's like an even better version of mindfulness, when you can just notice everything that's going on. Notice everything that's going on around you, even though you think you already know.
Like she said, just do it everywhere, anywhere you can. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also really like relaxing and grounding to just, you know, be out in the wild where we are. Obviously, I'm not saying book a flight to Madrid and come to the botanical garden, but
If you want to do that, do it.
Yeah, if you want to do that, do it. But Like,
You can
even
do
if
it
it's
anywhere.
if it's your garden or if it's just a field nearby, just some sort of like greenery or something, like somewhere that
Somewhere fresh.
nature, somewhere full of nature, somewhere fresh.
Fresh. Minty
Like
fresh.
the woods, the
Like my
forest,
cigarettes.
anything. No,
Fresh.
no, don't listen to her. She said minty fresh like my cigarettes. That's.
I'm just bringing you back to my mindfulness activity where I was telling you about one thing that I could taste. And that was minty fresh. Soz girl.
You blah 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 blah
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
You hear the word mindfulness
Blah, blah,
a lot,
Blah.
but
Blah.
like
Yeah.
it's kind of like a fashion trend now, but it's a good fashion trend.
Mm.
Don't like be like, oh, everyone does it, it's overrated, and it's not. It's actually really helpful, and you need to look after your soul, you know. You need to get into your spiritual side.
It makes you feel fresh.
It
Almost
makes
minty
you-
fresh.
You kind of feel like detoxed after, whether that's guided meditation, like guided visualization, or just that technique that we just did, the grounding technique.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel like detoxed, and it helps you have a clearer mind. Sometimes it doesn't like work straight away, but like you need to build yourself up to what? Blah 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 blah. The more you practice it, the more naturally it comes to you. So the more you do it, the better you will feel. Just like it's proven that if you walk 20 minutes a day for a few months, then it's scientifically proven to like make you feel better. So these things take time. It doesn't like happen overnight. Click overnight. It could take weeks,
Blah, blah, blah,
it
blah,
could
blah.
take months, but it does really help. But you have to do it with the intention of like really believing in
Yeah.
it, that it will help you.
I told you that.
Yeah,
I told her
loads
that.
of people tell me that. There's this app that really helps me at the moment. It's called Breathe. I will show you it now. I would recommend you get it. It's basically like you get to check in with yourself every day, like your mood and stuff, and it gives you like a list of meditation things to do. Wait, let me show you. So this one, it's called Breathe, and if we click on it, it has a happy cloud face, and then you press start, and then you check in with yourself. So it goes, I'm physically, and you can choose, so I am feeling good, and then I am mentally, I can say good, and then emotionally you get to pick 5. So there's like happy emotions, sad, oh wait, that's not sad, that's like, I don't know, like content and stuff, balanced, like neutral, sad, angry, very sad. So there's loads that you can pick. So I have picked content, balanced, nervous, mixed up, and thankful, and then I'm going to press this one. And then it's going to come up with a list of meditation things to do. And then after I've completed like an exercise, it asks me how I am now, and then it kind of tracks my progress as I'm going along, which is really cool. Don't ever feel bad for like taking time out, because I used to feel really, really bad, and I know a lot of people feel that way because they put this pressure on themselves, and life is too short. Don't put pressure on yourselves as much as you can. I know it's hard, like been there, done that, but yeah, it's really not worth the stress. And sometimes when you, so I think it's actually like a fact or something that once you've had your rest, you're actually more like creative and you can get things done more efficiently rather than rushing around and putting yourself under stress and pressure and anxiety. So take time out when you need to.
I'm so sorry if this video is all over the place, because it is. It was filmed in 2 different countries, so let me know what else you would like to see. I'm planning for my next video to be around accepting your condition, so I hope you look forward to that. And please don't forget to subscribe and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.